defeated, and I'll gladly wear the crown. I'll be your Emmylou and I'll be your Judy. You'll be my Graham and my Johnny too. No, I'm not asking, but you just sing, little darling, sing with me. There's so much I know that things just don't grow if you don't bless them with your patience. And I've been there before, and I've held up the door for every stranger with a promise. But I'm holding back, that's the strength that I lack. Every morning keeps returning through my window, and it brings me to you, and I won't just pass through. But I'm not asking for a store. I'll be your Emmylou and I'll be your Judy. You'll be my Graham and my Johnny too. No, I'm not asking much of you. Just sing, little darling, swing with me. And yes, I might have lied to you, but you wouldn't benefit from knowing the truth. I was frightened, but I held fast. I need you now at long last. I'll be your Emmylou and I'll be your Junior. You'll be my Graham and my Johnny too. No, I'm not asking much of you. Just sing, little darling, sing with me. I'll be your Emmylou and I'll be your Judy. You'll be my Graham and my Johnny too. No, I'm not asking much of you. Just sing, little darling, sing with me. Just sing, little darling, sing with me. Thank you.
Headed up to San Francisco for the Labor Day weekend show. I got my hush puppies on. I guess I never was meant for glitter rock and roll. Honey, I didn't know that I've been missing you so. Come Monday, it'll be alright. Come Monday, I'll be holding you tight. I spent 4 lonely days in a brown LA haze, and I just want you back by my side. Yes, it's been quite a summer, renting cars and westbound planes. And now you're off on vacation, something you try to explain. Honey, I love you so, that's the reason I just let you go. Come Monday, it'll be alright. Come Monday, I'll be holding you tight. I spent 4 lonely days in a brown LA haze, and I just want you back by my side. I can't help it, honey, you're that much a part of me now. Remember that night in Montana when we said there'd be no room for doubt. I hope you're enjoying the weekend. I know it's pretty up there. We could go hiking on Tuesday. With you I'd walk anywhere. California has worn me quite thin. I just can't wait to see you again. Come Monday, it'll be alright. Come Monday, I'll be holding you tight. I spent 4 lonely days in a brown LA haze, and I just want you back by my side. I spent 4 lonely days in a brown LA haze, and I just want you back by my side. Thank y'all.
We've been dancing all night, working up a sweat. You haven't even tried to kiss me yet. So now we're in your backseat, the time is right. So show me what you got, boy. I haven't got all night. So keep your boots on, baby. Keep your boots on. Keep your boots on, baby. This won't take long. I like the way you move. I like the way you smile. I've been checking you out, boy, for a long, long while. You don't need to say you love me. You don't need to buy the cab. I don't need a Mr. Right Boy. I need a Mr. Right now. So keep your boots on, baby. Keep your boots on. Keep your boots on, baby. This won't take long. You don't need to question why. You just need to know that I ain't asking for much. All that I've been missing is a little tender kissing and a warm touch. So keep your boots on, baby. Keep your boots on. Keep your boots on, baby. This won't take long. So keep your boots on, baby. Keep your boots on. Keep your boots on, baby. This won't take long.
Live from Austin, Texas, the live music capital of the world, from the Fingerpistol Sweatshop in the heart of Central Austin. It's Too Fun Tuesday with Fingerpistol, featuring Dan Hondo Heartache, Meg Amarillo Bodie, Landis Fret Level Midnight Armstrong, Mandy the Mrs. Prater, Sam the Professor Wilson, Fingerpistol safety specialist Andrew Ganja Gerfers, and country music historian Pedal Steel Neil Flans. Plus, a special Meet a Dancer segment with Paul Labuda. Tonight on Too Fun Tuesday.
Hey, well, good evening, everybody. I'm out here, well out here in the country with all these cattles. And I'm going to start this thing off with, I think it's a Ray Price song. Yeah, that's one. Yeah, I got that. Woo, that was all messed up. Heartache number one was when you left me. I never knew that I could hurt this way. And heartache number two was when you came back again. You came back but never meant to stay. Now I've got heartaches by the number, troubles by the score. Every day you love me less, each day I love you more. Yes, I've got heartaches by the number, a love that I can't win. But the day that I stop counting is the day my world will end. Oh yeah. Those cows sure look pretty behind me, don't they? That's Andrew C. Gerfers in the background. Oh yeah, he's out there in the country in Dale, Texas.
That's right. Looks like next door.
Heartache number three was when you called me and said that you'd be coming back to stay. With a hopeful heart I waited for your knock on my door. I waited, but you must have lost your way. Now I've got heartaches by the number, troubles by the score. Every day you love me less, each day I love you more. Yes, I've got heartaches by the number, a love that I can't win. But the day that I stop counting is the day my world will end. Well. I say we all head on over to the Zoom room where the kids are still, the band's hanging out. Here we go. Look at that. There's everybody.
Yeah.
Man, not a single one of y'all wearing masks.
Okay.
Fail.
I don't know. It just seems like one of y'all should be wearing a mask. We're all
No
so
one
close
will.
together.
It's as if you were teasing later on.
I am kind of teasing later on. What Meg means by that is that later on we've got Fingerpistol coronavirus safety specialist, Mr. Paul Labuda, is going to come on and be our interviewee for the Meet a Dancer segment. So that's pretty exciting. Huzzah! Has anybody been watching The Great with me?
Not yet.
It's something you really give it some thought before you start watching it with your daughters. Let me just say that, because there's stuff that goes on there. Something you needed to explain to your daughters?
No, actually, I think my daughters. If I have to explain to my daughters at this point, I have done some. I've dropped the ball.
Oh no, your daughters know a bunch of stuff that you don't even have a clue
It's
about.
probably the other way around.
I think you're
Man, that's a
right.
rad mask. You look safe, bro.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, there's Sam's got his mask on. That's a finger pistol.
Finger
mask.
pistol.
Oh, nice.
Notice, folks, you can see no coronavirus germs flying out of his mouth.
That's right.
Yes, indeed. I think that's proof, photographic evidence that those things are at least a percentage effective. We can have Paul Labuda comment on that later. And also, we do have a brand new Arcane Factoids segment from Professor Sam, who was wearing that thing, that
right.
briefly skirts around the topic of airborne particulate biological matter.
Hey, and I wanted to let you know that in the interest of time, I had to cut that segment short because I know you want to keep it short. And so I omitted the amazing factoid that the average human produces between a pint and a quart of mucus every day.
A pint
And
or a quart.
Between, that's the range. That's the maxima and the minima.
Does that include like in your gut and stuff though?
I didn't delve that
What
deep.
you expel.
That's the stuff you swallow.
So some of it gets expelled.
Any aqueous polymerized protein that meets the description of
No,
mucus
sure, okay.
So
No,
you had to ask, Meg.
probably fits
We're
in.
losing numbers.
I got it now.
All in keeping it brief. In the
What,
name
are
of
you
keeping
saying
it brief.
aqueous polymerized what was it?
Protein.
Protein. Aqueous polymerized proteins should have gotten us 20 or 30 more listeners. It's on them, man. It's not on us.
I think school's out for summer, man. Right? Is it summer yet?
Always be
Yes.
learning.
I
What
feel
would
like
Alice
school's-
Cooper say?
in the words of Kiss, school's out forever.
Schools.
Oh,
Oh.
I believe so.
oh, did they trump Alice? It was Alice Cooper.
They upped
Kiss.
the ante on Alice.
What's that?
Huh?
They upped
I'm gonna
the
go for the Alice Cooper on that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that's good. Are you going to fire up some Alice Cooper for this evening?
No, I vote Alice Cooper schools out.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I think it's that. But if Kiss did School's Out Forever, that's kind of balling on Kiss's point. I dislike Kiss, but if they're going to come back with battle tracks to battle Alice Cooper, that's kind of cool.
Well, I feel like in
coattailing.
the 70s it was a statement about maybe perhaps delinquency. And I don't know if that's a positive message for the youth of America. But it sure rocked, didn't it? Oh man. Speaking of rocking, man, I mean I countryed us right into this thing. But we have so much amazing material for you. If I can just scrape it up on the look, there's Paul Labuda right now wearing his Fingerpistol coronavirus surgical mask. By the way, those are available.
Yeah.
If you just contact us in the comments here on the Facebook feed and say, Dan, I need my own coronavirus surgical mask with a Fingerpistol logo on it. Well, of course, I will send you one. And also, one of us should probably put up all of our social media handles and digital tipping things. Look at that. Paul's got his finger pistols all ready to go. Man. All right, so we should probably have somebody else sing a song. What do you think? Who's raring to go out of the chute like I was as I butchered that song?
I could butcher,
It's been so long since I played a song.
but man, if you're feeling particularly butchery, you could do it. Too.
I could butcher something, but go ahead if you want.
Let's not stand on. Yeah. Who wants to? I will fire
We're
up
like
your
the
can.
politeness squirrels. You know, the politeness squirrels after you. Oh no, after you.
Yeah.
No,
I'll
after you.
go with the Barry song. Yeah.
Okay, great. Yes.
All right. So here we go.
Nothing says rock and roll like Chuck Berry in video.
Do you have your feed going?
I believe I do. If you
All right.
look over there.
But let me make super sure.
All right,
forget
well, I'm
to
gonna
mute
switch
yourself.
to the land cam.
And just give me that thumbs up, and then.
Oh, you're gonna get one. Don't you worry. Here
And
we go,
if it-
ladies
if
and
it's
gentlemen.
Dennis, don't
Landis.
forget to mute your Zoom.
I'm gonna mute my virtual self here.
All right. Here we go.
See you on the other one.
Boom.
All right. Okay. I got the go sign from the control room. All right, here's a Chuck Berry song about the heat. In the heat of the day, down in Mobile, Alabama, working on the railroad with a steel diamond hammer. Try to make some money, buy some brand new shoes. Try to meet somebody, take away these blues. But she don't love me, they singing in the sun. But payday's coming and my work is all done. That's the rock and roll portion. Thank you so much.
Your headphones.
All right, I'm back. Back. It's short stuff. Rock and roll. It's all these 2-minute dance numbers.
Well, hey, Landis,
Landis.
I want you to know I want to apologize because I pretty much beat you up with that overlay. It was on loop, and
Nice.
the first 30 seconds of it was you in and out with some blues music over the top, I'm guessing. I apologize.
I love that. I love that you use so much slide guitar to introduce me because I really don't play slide guitar.
Nor do I. Nor does Meg. Nor does Mandy.
And it's just kind of hilarious to me because it sounds like the intro to.
Well, next week I might bring back that cinematic whoosh, thing. I don't know.
All right. Well, I'm glad we took care of that Half a Chuck Berry song. They all sound the same. It's fine. Every version's different.
Paul Labuda thanks you and.
Sounded great, Landis. I thought you did.
He sounded much better than Andrew. Well, I think we ought to go to the Meg Cam, and Meg's going to talk about exciting. What was it you're going to talk about? Beauty secrets?
No. Well, no.
No.
I don't have my other thing going yet because I thought you were going to do something else.
Oh, well, then by all means, we can do something else.
No, I can get it ready too. Keep talking. You're good at that.
Well, I can extemporize. I don't know if the folks at home want me to extemporize, especially when we have lots of awesome music videos out there in the world, or we can go to the Man Cam, which I hear is now in place.
It's not.
Well, then we'll go.
You got to give us warning between segments, Dan, because we use our cameras for our phones too.
Oh, well,
We're trying to interact with the people.
Yeah, so we can't just pop it. I mean, I can. It takes me 3 seconds.
No, it's cool.
It's just not ready at the moment.
How about you do one of those composite videos?
Yeah,
of the
that's what
whole...
I was thinking. We'll do one of those.
Perfect.
Dan,
I'm on now.
it really looks like they're knocking flies off of your head all through the show.
They are. They're just whacking me on the back of my head.
Yeah, but there aren't any.
Okay, we're going to go to the man cam then.
Okay.
Folks, out there in TV land, first I just want to say the level of professionalism on this show is unexcelled anywhere within a 2-block radius of this sweatshop. So just be grateful that you get to experience this wonderful thing. All right, so we're going to the man cam. Here we go. Ready, Mandy?
Yes.
Oh, where can my baby be? The Lord took her away from me. She's gone to heaven, so I got to be good, so I can see my baby when I leave this world. We were out on a date in my daddy's car. We hadn't driven very far. There in the road, straight ahead, a car was stalled, the engine was dead. I couldn't stop, so I swerved to the right. I'll never forget the sound that night, the screaming tires, the busting glass, her pain was screaming that I heard last. Where can my baby be? The Lord took her away from me. She's gone to heaven, so I got to be good, so I can find my baby when I leave this world. I woke up, the rain was pouring down, there were people standing all around. Something warm going through my eyes, but somehow I found my baby that night. I lifted her head, she looked at me and said, "Hold me, darling, just a little while." I held her close, I kissed our last kiss. I found the love that I knew I had missed. And now she's gone, even though I hold her tight. I lost my love, my life that night. Where can my baby be? The Lord took her away from me. She's gone to heaven, so I got to be good, so I can see my baby when I leave this world. Where can my baby be? The Lord took her away from me. She's gone to heaven, so I got to be good, so I can see my baby when I leave this world. So I can see my baby when I leave this
That was an awesome song. I very
Yeah.
much like that.
Fun.
Awesome, Andy.
Oldie.
Hey, who is that? Is that you?
That song?
Yeah, who is that?
That it's originally by Wayne Cochran or Tommy Rowe
Tommy Rowe.
All right.
played
Yeah.
it too. I think Wayne Cochran wrote it maybe.
He was in that court case.
Well
Tommy
done,
Rowe,
Mandy.
huh? A famous court
Right.
case.
Yes, exactly.
Tommy Rowe and Wade Bowen.
Big dogs.
We do that song in the Allen Oldies band. And the
Hey,
Allen-
look at that.
I used to do that song in a grunge band that I played in high school, and we did a really heavy, loud version of it.
Cool.
God
Yeah,
save the Queen.
It had a
It was
grunge.
kind of fun.
That
yeah.
song had a grunge revival back there. Kind of
And
like Neil
then
Young.
Pearl Jam came out with their version after.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah.
See, I learned something on these Finger Pistol Tuesdays weekly.
That's right.
It is. It's just it's kind of like a cornucopia of just vital information.
And I think that
And
is actually
Cornucopia.
it's known as death rock. The kids called it death rock. It's up there with Run Joey Run and other things where, there's sort of
Kind of like murder ballads.
yeah.
a little bit, but it's like car wrecks and there's a little bit of goriness and
I love it.
it sells. It sells. It was like the precursor to like adult fiction or young adult fiction.
Yeah, I guess it is. Yeah, that's true.
Pre-goth.
They didn't have young adult fiction in the 50s. It was just
No.
Jane Eyre
They had Tommy
or
Ross.
something.
Proto-goth.
It was the Little Women.
Blackboard Jungle.
Yes, indeed. Now I think Meg, if we're looking at each other here. I feel like Meg is ready for her.
Sure.
Yes. So we're gonna
For a segment.
Are we gonna cut to your camera, or do you want to do it just on the Zoom?
Either way is fine.
Well, do you want us interrupting you with inane banter, or do you?
Yes. Let's do it live.
Would you like the floor? Okay. Well,
I mean,
in that case,
mostly probably the floor, but
be careful what you wish.
You want to
for.
be a big box or a little box?
I'm
That's
making you a big box. Here we go, Meg.
okay.
And begin.
What?
Make some noise.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I am going to show you some tips for wearing one of these 3-ply surgical masks that they're, being sold at every gas station right now. And you may have acquired some during this global pandemic. So if they're not fitting you correctly, the first thing that's important to do is make sure to bend the wire at the top so that it fits down on the sides of your nose and could even rest under your glasses to hold it there. So you'll put it on and then press these in. Second thing, if you have these big gaps here, take the tie. Oh, Landis is demonstrating. So you'll take the little string and tie it down at the base into a knot. Same thing on this side. Oh, hi, Andrew.
I was just clearing my throat. I didn't know.
Cut to you.
Dang.
Okay. So now we've got it tied on both sides and we've got the nose piece bent. So now we're going to put it back on, but we're going to do it after we flip the inside of this towards your face. So where you've tied it, you're going to flip it in so it's kind of inside out. And that's going to allow it to rest closer to your skin and not leave those big gaps on the sides of your cheeks. And then these little loops will just go around your ears like before. And now you have a face mask that's going to let in a lot less air from the outside and keep you nice and safe. And that's it.
That right there is some haute face mask couture, if I may.
Not so much about style as function, but
well, I mean, you can put some gang signs on the front of that, or what? I mean,
one key point for everyone. I've seen this recently many times at HEB. Is it has to be over your nose, not under. It's not doing very much.
I read where you're not supposed to let the mask touch your lips at any time.
Sure, if you can help it. That may be helpful. That is not something that I've heard from anybody personally, but it's certainly more comfortable if you're not eating the mask while you're wearing it.
One way to have a mask never touch your lips is to not wear one, but that's not the way to do it.
Damn.
Liberate!
Let's circle the pickups, by God. Man,
do we have Paula Buddha's DIY mask video handy?
Oh yeah, I think we should maybe cannonball yours right with his. Does it make
sense?
Yeah,
let's just do them back to back. So if you don't have your hands on some disposable surgical 3-ply masks, you can make your own face covering, and Paula Buddha will show you how.
All right, well, let's get on into that. Here we go.
Pay attention. Finger Pistol coronavirus specialist Paul LeBoot is about to show you how to convert your Finger Pistol bandana into a surgical mask. Standard issue Finger Pistol bandana. Fold in half with Finger Pistol logo facing down. Fold so that sides meet in the middle. Rubber band. Rubber band. 1/3 fold. 1/2 fold. There you go. Bob's your uncle and coronavirus is your bitch. Notice, Finger Pistol bandana surgical masks are not 100% effective at preventing coronavirus transmissions. But they look dope AF, don't they?
Well, hello. Now everybody knows, like Andrew's in there, I think he's folding something up. Maybe not a surgical.
Andrew, I don't think you're supposed to make surgical masks out of Ziplocs.
No, you're not.
They're not supposed to be in tube form.
It's really dangerous. You don't want to
The
use
medicine within,
Don't put a
man.
plastic
Read the
baggie
studies.
over your nose and mouth.
Read the studies.
If I may indulge in a little morbidity, it's the last surgical mask you make, you know.
I guess we should probably just call them masks, though, since none of
Lasso.
these are surgical.
That's true. There's nobody's doing surgical in a zip. I don't. I
I'm
hope
surgical,
not.
and some of the undertakings that I
Surgical precision, maybe over there. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you know what? I think Gervers could probably do a little class, little instructional session over there in Dale. But speaking of, you know what? It's been a while since we had a dispatch from Dale, and
like this. Yeah, those dispatches are cool. You have a nice lead in.
I think let's get a little dispatch from Dale going here.
Hey, do that if you don't like Hank Williams' song, that Chris Christopherson jam.
This one's a little bit different. This is some a different type of dispatch. Here we go. Ready?
All right.
Andrew Gerfer's dispatches from Dale. Andrew Gerfer's dispatches from Dale.
When you fix the name, that's good. The apostrophe's in the right place.
Alrighty. That's what's happening over in Dale, Texas. It's a place where caterpillars are racing. What do we call them? Pill bugs down? I don't know what y'all call them down. We call them roly-poly.
My niece calls them doodle bugs. Yeah, doodle bugs.
Your niece sounds like Boys to Men.
Yeah.
Your niece sounds like Motown Philly. What does your niece call them?
She calls them roly-polies, and I called them doodle bugs one time, and she was a bit taken aback. No, they're roly-polies.
Yeah, Daddy's Little Fatties. That's not me. That's my song. That's a Bob Wills song, in fact, I believe.
That's a to an actual child.
I thought it was Boys to Men. You
Neil's
just mentioned
got my
Boys
back
to Men.
on that. It's a Bob Wills song. If Bob Wills sang it, it's not insensitive whatsoever. So, because Bob Wills is a saint, I think we all agree. All right, so we've been to. Maybe we should just like segue that right into just the wind from the video might blow out Gerfer's joint. So we're gonna go out to the yard with Mr. Gerfer's.
Is there a lot of wind in those?
Oh yeah.
I chose to do where the barometric pressure was optimal.
We're going to Dale again. Here we go. Boom. Whoops, we're not going to that part of Dale.
Andrew Gerfer's dispatches from Dale.
Hell yeah, quarantiners. When this stuff lifts, here's what we'll be doing. Here's our country club. Did you ever feel so constrained by the walls of the city where you couldn't find the space to think at all? Did you ever take a drive through the country with your lover and really feel the wide openness inside? Our country club has bright stars as members, songbirds as singers, and the sun sets out west where there's no walls. Right over there. We've got long winding roads with vistas, smoking hot senoritas, and the Milky Way lay suspended the length of the hall. Did you ever feel you'd awoken, your silver dreams alive inside you, yet all around surround no footprints, just the host? When you truly feel the herbs you're smoking, you'll find those who stand beside you. They've headed west, out to the country, to raise a toast. Our country club has bright stars as members, songbirds as singers, and the sun sets out west where there's no walls. We've got long winding roads with vistas, smoking hot senoritas, and the Milky Way lay suspended the length of the hall. We pay our dues with inspiration, sad songs, elation, and the Big Ben beers flow in glasses cold and tall. They used to, and they never will again. Our club never closes. Matter of fact, it smells of roses, and we've never had no use for a roof at all. Our country club has bright stars as members, songbirds as singers, and the sun sets out west where there's no walls. We've got long winding roads with vistas, smoking hot senoritas, and the Milky Way lay suspended the length of the hall. And the Milky Way lay suspended the length of the hall.
Mangs, but not like it here.
They're coming back. Oh my goodness. Hey, how about that? All the way back from Dale, Texas. Mr.
Yeah.
Gerfer singing
Good morning.
Country Club. What a great song. Hey, look, Linda Hadley's tuning in from Marbella, Spain. I probably pronounced that wrong. Sue me. But thanks for staying up late, Linda. It's probably, I think it's like 1 in the, no, it's like 3 in the morning. What time is it? It's like 8 plus. Yeah, it's late. Linda's drinking coffee and snorting speed or something, staying up.
Or she just might be having coronavirus insomnia like I am and so many other people.
Are you watching a lot of feeds from Europe like in the middle of the night? Well,
I'm just not sleeping a whole lot.
Well, I tell you what, Linda, this song is for you. This is our composite video of Stepped in It Again. Here we go. Me and my buddies went out drinking late last night. And when I got home, my wife was ready for a fight. She was asking me where I've been, and I was smelling like whiskey and gin. But I was
was sober enough to know that I'd stepped in it again. Stepped in it again. Stepped in it again. Oh, I didn't know the kind of trouble I was getting in. Stepped in it again. Stepped in it again. Yeah, when I go out on the town and come home to a frown, I'll know I stepped in it again. Well, I was pushing my shopping cart down the produce aisle when I saw a woman that I hadn't seen in a long, long while. Well, her belly was as big as sin, and she was working on a double chin. And when I asked if she was pregnant, I knew I'd stepped in it again. Stepped in it again. Stepped in it again. Oh, the nerve that I was wearing on was just a bit too thin. Stepped in it again. Stepped in it again. Yeah, when I open my mouth and the wrong thing comes out, I'll know I stepped in it again. Oh, guitar. Well, I spent last Sunday on a piece of polished pine, listening to a long-winded sermon on the divine. Well, I should have screamed, praise the Lord. Instead, I fell asleep and snored. And when I came to, I knew I'd stepped in it again. Stepped in it again. Stepped in it again. Oh, I wonder if St. Peter is ever gonna let me in. Stepped in it again. Stepped in it again. If I get to heaven's gate and I'm too late, I'll know I stepped in it again. Stepped in it again. Stepped in it again. If I end up in hell, I'll know from the smell I went and stepped in it again. Back.
Talking about Meg.
How about that?
Damn.
That was smart.
That virtual band is virtually smoking. Hey, folks, we got Jan
that was
Mueller
cool, what
all
Meg-
the way from Grace Lake.
Grace Lake.
Grace Lake.
Hey, that song Meg opened up with tonight. Hi, Miss Bodie. That Jim, your daughter opened up with tonight is amazing, and I'll let me repeated.
It was. I think that was the most incredible job I have ever heard Meg do. And I'm so sorry we weren't able to preserve it for posterity because that was before the Facebook feed was recording.
It was like six costume changes,
The glitch.
fireworks.
Same song, yeah, you're right.
I'm really glad your mom was on early so she caught it. It would be tragic.
Yeah, she definitely didn't miss anything.
And Meg juggled 3 Labrador puppies at the. It was amazing. I mean, everything about it was just.
You nailed it, Dan. If there's one thing my mom loves as much as watching me, it's Labrador puppies.
Well, but when you're juggling them, that's.
Yeah.
You know, that's.
Speaking of puppies, Dan, tell us about your household developments.
Let me tell you about my. What do we call it? Foster fail.
Oh wow.
Oh boy.
Sounds like Foster Brooks's son, but no. One of my wife Lisa's friends had a tiny taco, a tiny long-haired, if this even exists, it's kind of sketch in a way because it's a long-haired Chihuahua. I don't know. It's like a husky Chihuahua.
They're so cute.
They're damn cute as hell.
Oh, they are. It's pretty adorables. And it doesn't have those big buggy eyes like you like in a Chihuahua. It's got normal dog eyes, and yeah, and it's not twitchy like a Chihuahua, which everybody buys. If I'm gonna buy a Chihuahua, I want twitchiness and bug eyes, you know.
You do a lot of buying dogs anyway?
Well, no, I'm just saying if I'm getting a Chihuahua, I want something in my purse that, you know, that represents the breed.
Hey man, does it Quieto Taco Bell? I heard that breed, Quieto's Taco Bell.
Well,
Toto.
so here's the news about that, is that shortly after our adoption, which, by the way, our foster lasted about 1.3 seconds when my daughter Olivia said, "That's my dog." And so then the foster failed, and then she decided to name it Benny, which will probably bring a tear of joy to Matt Meshbane's eye because his dog's named Benny as well. But as my daughter said, its full name is Benjamin, which is, I believe, Spanish for Benjamin. So Benjamin has been yelping in the middle of the night and just partying down like a
Yelping like reviewing restaurants online.
Yeah, he's been hard on the keyboard. he's been a keyboard warrior, man. He's like, 2 stars. 2
like,
stars. The cleanliness was unacceptable.
This foster house is amazing, though.
Yeah.
I'll tell you. Recommend.
The dude that runs this place is kind of a D, but everybody else is great. So yeah, that's the story of Taco Nay Benny, or maybe it's Benny Nay Taco. I'm not sure how that works. What's the maiden name? Is it first or after or before the Nay?
Nay means like used to be.
Yeah, so it's Benny Nay Taco. So man,
That's his Nay Taco Hardick, right?
Well, yeah.
Benny
I mean,
Nay Taco Hardick.
so our dogs have been Zenith Remote Control Hardick, Fleetwood Fatima Fleck, which is my wife's, and Maisie just has one. Maisie Moozles Hardick, and then Maximilian. I don't know what Max's big middle name is, but everybody likes Max Hardick. I think we can all agree. So
yeah,
it's yeah.
You make your dogs wear enormously huge dog tags to fit all those letters on there.
Well, yeah, you know, and the phone number and the address.
Yeah, some broke necks.
Instagram.
Broke neck verdict.
Instagram profile. I feel like we're spinning out here. People are gonna think we don't have any material.
I just wanted you to tell everyone about your adorable new puppy.
People are gonna think we're not rocking lots of swell new material, and I think that's a crime because guess who has been hard at work in the studio? I'll tell you who. Mr. Dick Steele and his good friend Landis Armstrong. And they've put together a little Middle Eastern number that I hope you're keep your mind open for this because it's got a lot of flavor in it and it's pretty amazing. So, ladies and gentlemen,
this is country music for the Middle Eastern set.
Small Stars, Big Star, Dick Steele with Landis Armstrong in accompaniment. Here we go.
People are going to start singing just well.
Well, how about that, ladies and gentlemen?
Man.
Mizzaloo. Yeah.
I can't wait for that guy to sit in with us.
Yeah, really, dude.
Yeah, when's
He's
Jeff
hard-
Steele coming to the Fingerpistol game?
But he's way better dressed than me for gigs anyway.
So you're saying
Total
winter? for
problem
Sure.
on the street.
He's also way better protected against the coronavirus.
Hey,
Yeah,
folks.
well-
We're going to need that when we hit the club.
Get it in your eyes. And
I should
so-
say next week, and this is important, next week I'm going to try to get Lindsey Thurston to get on this deal and talk about the badass nudie suit that's getting stitched up for me, and it's debuting, I believe, in September. So y'all, I'm going to keep y'all apprised on that.
A real nudie suit? Like
Well, it's going to be a thirsty suit.
It's
That's-
nudie inspired.
Okay.
That's what I'm going to call it.
Made by
I
this
haven't, I haven't
person who joined us
discussed
on the
that with
show.
Lindsay yet. I don't know if she's
Who is
going to
not
like
nudie.
thirsty suits, but but it's au courant, and so that's important. All right, so I'm gonna do a song that that Andrew requested, and hopefully you dig it. I'm gonna get out there in the West Texas, man. Here we go. Oh, what a beautiful night! Look at all the stars in the sky.
Oh.
Yeah, beautiful. Yeah. All right, well, here we go. There was $8.35 in the tip jar, and a note on a napkin from some lady named Flo. The bar is closed out and the band has been paid, and home is the only place I wanna go. But I'm stuck at a stoplight 3 hours past midnight, waiting for my luck to change. Some Billy Ray Cyrus is blasting out of the speakers from a hot country station at the end of the dial. It just started raining and my wipers are streaking, and all I can manage is a frustrated smile, 'cause I'm stuck at a stoplight 3 hours past midnight, waiting for my luck to change. If I could keep my eyes open, I might catch a break, instead of just trying to get by. If I could hold my head up and just wait my turn, who knows how high I could fly. An old troubadour told me back when I first started. You gotta do it for love, or you won't do it long. And after all of these years, I think I proved what he was saying. But sometimes I wonder if this love's done me wrong. When I'm stuck at a stoplight, 3 hours past midnight, waiting for my love to change. When I'm stuck at a stoplight, 3 hours past midnight, hoping my luck's gonna change. Hoping my luck's gonna change. Folks, it's been a long time, I will tell you that much right now. You know, it's going to be an ugly day when we finally get back together and play live, because as many thousands of times as I played that, I had some moments. I'm not going to lie. But thank y'all for hanging in there with me. Oh my goodness.
That was fabulous.
It was fabulous, except when it wasn't. All right.
So we are a few minutes away from tonight's Meet the Dancer segment.
Oh, we are? That's great. I can't wait to jack jaws with Mr. Labuda. That's pretty exciting.
So that's coming up soon.
Oh, yeah.
We also haven't heard Meg sing yet tonight.
Well, by all means, we should hear Meg sing. Let's get right to that, man. Let's get over to that old Meg cam. How about that? Here we go. This is one of my favorites.
An empty glass, that last cigarette, it's closing time, and I'm drunk again, but somehow I'll make it home and cry myself to sleep. That's how the day ends every night for me. Every night I'm in some bar, pouring whiskey on a heart that's on fire. Forgetting you ain't no easy thing. Each night for me always is the same. Empty glass, that last cigarette, it's closing time, and I'm drunk again, but somehow I'll make it home and cry myself to sleep. That's how the day every night for me. bar, pouring whiskey on a heart that's on fire. Forgetting you ain't no easy thing. Each night for me always is the same. With an empty glass, that last cigarette, it's closing time, and I'm drunk again. Somehow I'll make it home and cry myself to sleep. That's how the day ends every night for me. Yeah, that's the way the day ends every night for me.
Howdy, folks! Dan Hardick with Austin country band Fingerpistol here to let you know about a true Texas treasure, the Little Longhorn Saloon, the most exciting little honky-tonk on Burnett Road. Let's pop inside and check it out. Boy, howdy, that was a good time. Almost as fun as chicken shit bingo. And let me tell you, folks, these ladies can produce. So when you get finished with all this coronavirus nonsense, get yourself on down to the Little Longhorn Saloon and make up for lost time. You'll be glad you did.
Little Longhorn Saloon, 5434 Burnett Road, Austin, Texas.
Goodness gracious. Wow. Man, if that doesn't inspire you to get on, well, you got to go to the Little Longhorn site. I believe it's facebook.com/the Little Longhorn Saloon, and buy your chicken shit bingo tickets, because guess who's hosting chicken shit bingo this very Labor Day weekend from 4 to 6 p.m. Thumbs in, Fingerpistol. That's for everybody, by the way. That's not just for me. We are. And then that is, if y'all had something better to do like this weekend, like sitting around in your kiddie pool, drinking beer and whatnot, well, bad news, folks. Or good news, we're doing chicken shit bingo online. And all you people out there in Europa, get on that, yeah. So we've come to the witching hour of pretty close to, it's 9:01. And that means it's time for Meet a Dancer.
Meet a Dancer!
Holy smoke, yes indeed. It's Meet a Dancer. And tonight we have Paul Labuda, and we're going to go to, this view right here. Paul, how are you doing?
I'm doing great, Dan. How you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. America, right? Look at that. Oh, it's just so beautiful. The only thing it's missing is the percussion of the exploding shells, the rockets in
bombs bursting in midair.
Yeah. Thank you. Somebody knew that. Well, ladies and gentlemen, undoubtedly, if you've been in the dance floors of Austin, Texas, you've seen Mr. Paul Labuda out there cutting a fine rug, and here he is tonight in our very special Meet a Dancer segment. Everybody out there in TV land, big round of applause for Paul Labuda for showing up for this deal. All right, so Paul, you ready for this rapid fire intense interrogation I'm about to throw on you?
I was born ready, Dan.
All right, speaking of born, where were you born and where did you grow up?
I was born in San Antonio, Texas. Grew up there. In the early 80s, I moved to Mesquite, Texas for a bit. And if I'd stayed there, I'd sound like this. But then I moved back to San Antonio, and then I came to Austin and stayed.
San Antonio, Texas is also, you might already know this, is the hometown of one Andrew C. Gerfers, Esquire, Fingerpistol drummer and Stone Wheels frontman. That's true.
That's why we're so similar, he and I.
You both share a love of the law and
and getting hold of as much weed as you can as part of your official duties. Yes.
That's the deal. So, what was the first time you remember dancing in San Antonio?
I don't remember, but my mother tells me that when I was about 2 years old, I was sitting in front of the TV watching Lawrence Welk, bottle in my mouth. He started playing a lovely polka tune. I put down the bottle, I got up and I started dancing. When he was done playing the song, I apparently sat back down, got my bottle, and resumed drinking my bottle. That's
an amazing story.
I'm here to share, Dan.
Some of the, this is on a personal note, and I don't want anybody to feel judged by this, okay? But some of my most claustrophobic, insanely boring times in my life were in my grandmother's house watching Lawrence Welk. I was like, no, the girls are gonna sing that song again in those dresses. I'm sorry. Now I love it. Don't get me wrong. It took me a while. It took me a while to come around. But you were on that scene. You were on that early, man. Can't go wrong with Lawrence. I'm sure he was Larry to his friends. Let's hope. All right. So what's the one word you would use to describe yourself as a teenager?
Nerd.
That's good. I've always told my kids that's where to be. Have the interests, Have some interests. And what kind of bands, music were you into in high school? It's okay to say Slayer. It's fine.
Slayer.
Were you a hair thrower? Were you like a metal stud?
I grew my hair long in the 90s, actually, down to my shoulder blades.
Well,
it's kind of hard to believe now. Hey, dogs, calm down. Sorry, guys.
I spent a good part of the 90s with a ponytail that eventually I cut off and mailed to my mother, which scared the living shit out of her because she thought I'd been kidnapped and they were sending a ponytail as like a body part. My mom was a little bit of a fatalist in some ways, but yeah. Well, that's cool that we have that in common. So you listen to Slayer, and what were the other bands you listened to? Because that can't all be Slayer.
Guess like Tears for Fears, They Might Be Giants.
Yeah.
Depeche Mode,
Everybody loves Depeche Mode, even if they won't admit it. I think they're amazing.
Some people prefer to enjoy the silence, Dan.
Yes, indeed. So what did you do after high school?
Yeah.
You hooked those horns, yeah.
I did.
That's what brought you to Austin. That's what brought me to Austin. Well, that and Punch. I'm gonna be honest with you. University of Texas and Poncho's Mexican Buffet, which to a young boy from Oklahoma was an enticement to come to Texas. Unlimited Mexican food, and all you had to do is raise a flag. Come on.
Raising the flag.
People undersell Poncho's Mexican Buffet, but I'm just saying that was it. And what do you do now to make money since you've been in Austin all this time?
I have a full-time job as a computer geek, fitting with the nerd image I cultivated in high school.
Sweet.
And yeah.
I should have been calling you for about the last 8 weeks of me. I think everybody can agree that I have failed so much at all things computer for the last 8 weeks. It's just impressive. And at some point, we're going to make a what is the reel? The gaff reel?
Gag reel?
The bloopers reel of this show is going to be just mind-bending. But Anyway,
We're just gonna call it a steep learning curve.
it's been the K2 of learning curves. It's been the Everest. All right, so what's your favorite country song to dance to? Excuse me, just got to clear my throat.
Was that a hint?
I'm not just kissing up. I love Stuck at a Stoplight.
Why, thank you, Paul. By the way, Paul tips us $8.35 for when we play that song, and that's because that's in the song, and I think that's awesome. And then secondly, for those of you who are paying attention, the intro music to this show itself is a studio version of Stuck at a Stoplight that we are not allowed to play the full version of without having it muted, because my wonderful publishing company has got my back, so much so that they will not let me play my own music. Well done, publishing company. All right, so
they're like America right now,
well
getting their
done,
back.
America. So, Paul, what's your signature dance move?
Probably the slingshot move, because no one else seems to do it when we're dancing with Fingerpistol.
Nice.
I taught it to you once, Dan, and it faded from your memory fast.
It was in Alpine, Texas, in a movie theater converted to a dance hall, and Gary P. Nunn was playing. And it was pretty awesome, and I appreciate that. So how has social dancing changed your life for the better?
It's how I meet the ladies, you know.
Yeah. Well, that's a wonderful sentiment. I mean, everybody in Finger, we're here to meet the dudes. We're here to just like, I think I can speak for Mandy and Meg. But yeah, and what's the one piece of advice you would give to either novice or intermediate dancers?
Dance with your partner, not in front of your partner.
Oh my God, that is, let's all take a minute and let that linger on our palate, because that's sort of one of those things, if I may out myself as one of those people who waits to talk rather than listens. I feel like that's a similar thing in dancing. You know what I mean? Like, dance with who brung you. Even the dog agrees with that.
Yeah.
What's your dog's name, by the way?
This is Molly.
Hey, Molly.
Sophie ran off. My dog is Sophie, who just ran away.
Well, here's the thing, Paul. We're about to do lightning round. It's about to get crazy.
Okay,
So
the dogs might go crazy. Yeah.
All right, here we go. You ready?
Sure.
What's the most embarrassing thing you ever done? You can't say this show.
Fifth grade, I was in a spelling bee and flubbed up on a very easy word and then burst out in tears on stage in front of my fifth grade class.
Dude, that's emotional availability, and I commend you on that. You know.
I'm an open book, Dan.
What was the word? We gotta know. Fifth grade. What was the word?
I'm ashamed to say it. Hammock. I said HAMO. Wait, and it was too late because I said the O before the second M.
Man, that's a tough one. All right. What's the most beautiful and interesting place let's scratch that. What's the most beautiful / interesting place you've ever been in your life?
Scotland.
Wow.
And particularly the A54 highway. Photos can't do justice the beauty of those green, green, green mountains.
Hot dog. You know, I've never been to Scotland, so, and it's, you know, it's a little bit of an arm twist to get me to go north in England, because it just gets a little chilly, but I would do so in a car. So that's exciting. I'm in. All right. All right. If you were asked to describe yourself and how you're feeling right now as a weather pattern, what weather pattern would you use?
Cloud. I really don't know.
That's the best weather pattern, is the cloud pattern. All right. If you didn't have to sleep, what would you do with the additional 8 hours?
Read.
That's a good one. Put yourself back to sleep, by God. All right. Well, I mean, not all. I mean, not all. Like if you were to read something I wrote, you'd be wide awake. Like your eyes would be bulging. You're
Riveted.
Riveted to whatever. But I mean a lot of stuff, you know. All right. And what's one question that you wish people would ask you that I haven't asked you, for instance?
Would you like to dance with me?
All right. Paul, you know I would like to dance with you. For sure.
I think we have danced before, Dan, have we not?
I believe we have. That's true. All right. And what's your secret skill?
I am scary good at peeling labels off of plastic things to recycle without leaving any residue on the thing I'm recycling.
That right there, ladies and gentlemen, is a superpower. Because I can't do it.
Worthy of the mystery man, yes.
That shows an amazing amount of patience, you know, and what I don't
Obsession.
know what the word stick-to-itiveness or unstick-to-itiveness.
Patient.
All right, and here's the last question. It's been a wonderful interview, Paul, by the way, and I think the folks out there are well educated in Paul Labuda, and they're going to be excited to talk to you about all these things. What is the one thing you're into now that you never thought you'd be into back when you were younger?
Organic food.
Good answer. Ladies and gentlemen, Paul Labuda, you just met a dancer. Well done. Well done indeed. Big applause from Zoom Room as we carry this. Here we go.
Hey, Paul, where'd you go to high school, dude? Where'd you go to high school?
C. Clark.
All right, Churchill, bro. Gucci Bowl, bro.
Hey, Gucci Bowl, get on.
All right.
Gucci Bowl? What?
Yeah, it was like when Clark met Churchill, the North Side schools. I don't know, rich schools, some would say, but not myself. But they would call that the Gucci Bowl, like the fancy parts of town. But there's so many more fancy schools now, like further out, of course. So I don't know what they're doing now. There's probably like the Platinum Bowl out, north of town, or maybe the Titanium.
Well, I would say this makes it a fascinating addendum to this interview because I did not know the Gucci Bowl existed. But well done, Paul and Mr. Gerfers, for surviving that hellish Gucci Bowl atmosphere and all that. And we're rolling out, rolling credits. Here we go.
Meet a dancer.
Zoom room. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that was Paul Labuda. And now
Man, Labuda the Groover, I never knew he had it in him, man. He's an interesting fellow.
He's a fellow Gucci bowler, for one thing.
Yeah. San Antonio. When you got San Antonio running through your bloods, dude, you can't be nothing but cool. We all know this.
I'll bet you Paul grinds his pot the same way you do.
Probably so, man. South of Austin, they go clockwise, counterclockwise. North of Austin, it's a different.
Clockwise, counterclockwise.
Yeah, it's kind of it's like southern hemisphere kind of thing. Toilets flushing different ways and things.
I feel like we do have a segment coming up here on pot grinding because there's a lot of people out there in the world that need to know. And I think there's also a brownie making segment. I'm not going to name names in the band, but somebody has an insane amount of expertise in making pot brownies. Not naming names again, but they could contribute. All right, so we're now going to go to, we're going to get back to the live video, but we're going to do one more of the Fingerpistol. Fingerpistol. One of these, oh my God. One of
Puppy
these,
brain.
Oh, one of these great videos. Here we go. Please enjoy. This is, you know what? I've been threatening to do this for like 8 weeks. And I hope he's watching. But Cisco Gamez filmed this amazing video, I don't know, sometime in the fall, Little Longhorn. And I've been meaning to run it forever. And if it doesn't go right now, I'm going to choke myself on screen, on air. But this is Cisco Gamez, Welcome to Lonesome. And it didn't go on. This is no. Oh my God.
So now it's enough film.
Please don't hurt yourself.
I'm just.
You got a live?
Enough films are
All
so
right,
70.
we're going to this. I'm gonna fix that. Here we go. Oh my God. This is killing me, folks.
Can you legally show live stuff?
What's that?
Can you legally show live stuff?
Well, I got permission.
All right.
All right.
Cool, man. I'd like to see a live.
We're gonna have to go to my my niece Rebecca's commercial, and then we'll be right back, and we'll show that wonderful clip that Cisco made.
Hey, all you cool cats and kittens! Get the t-shirt that's capturing the hearts of cat lovers everywhere. This lady's got one. So does this guy. She's got one. And so does he. This lady's rocking one. And she is too. Get yours today at UncleBecca.com. If you don't want a t-shirt, buy an inappropriate hat. So go to UncleBecca.com and get yourself a come-up. Hey, all you cool cats and kittens! Get the t-shirt that's capturing the hearts of cat lovers everywhere. This lady's got one. So does this guy. She's got one. And so does he. This lady's rocking one. And she is too. Get yours today at UncleBecca.com. If you don't want a t-shirt, buy an inappropriate hat.
Andy's ready?
We are back in the Zoom room, and as I cue up that Cisco Gamez, because as God is my witness, that song is gonna get played tonight. But we're gonna cue up Mandy. Mandy, what song do you have for us this evening?
I'm gonna represent my home state of Indiana.
That's
and
what
play
I'm
a
talking about.
Play a John Mellencamp tune.
Oh yes, here we go, Mandy. We're going to the man cam. Here we go.
All right.
Small town.
That's what I'm talking about.
That was
Badass,
beautiful.
That's one of
Andy.
my favorite songs, man.
Oh, hang
And
on.
by my favorite songs, I mean straight like favorite songs, like, and you know, not like of a
Of
genre.
all time.
Of
Yeah,
ever.
bam, like it's in one. That's why this flag's behind me. Indiana.
Merca.
So speaking of flags, there's no segue made by this flag whatsoever into our next section, other than Sam Wilson, the guy who made it, is from America. I like to say Hickory, North Carolina, but he's also from Houston, Texas. And right now, I always forget where you live right now.
I live in
Kempner,
Kempner.
that's
Actually, I live outside of Kempner, Texas.
So you live in Texas.
Texas.
All right. Well, here comes, ladies and gentlemen, this week's super fascinating arcane factoids.
Arcane Factoids with Sam the Professor Wilson.
Hi there, Fingerpistol friends. With all the creative face mask variants that we're seeing these days, it got me thinking about what exactly those masks are up against, which brings us to tonight's topic, sneezes. Why do we sneeze? Researchers recently studied that question and they discovered that when we sneeze, we're rebooting much the same way a computer does. The scientists concluded that we need to reset our nasal environment every once in a while, and sneezing is how we do it. Sneezes are a nervous reflex, like hitting your funny bone, or like when the doctor hits your knee with a percussion handle. Everyone's nervous system is wired more or less the same way, but signals traveling along nerves can take slightly different paths to and from the brain, resulting in different sneeze scenarios from person to person. The sneeze results from a nerve signaling your brain that there's something objectionable in your nose that needs to come out now. Rarely does the act of sneezing involve a single sneeze. Often 2 or 3 sneezes come in quick succession. The longest recorded sneezing spree lasted 978 days, a record set by Englishwoman Donna Griffiths, who sneezed continuously from January 13th, 1981 to September 16th, 1983. Sneezes are really fast. Sneezes travel at about 100 miles an hour. A single sneeze can send 100,000 germs into the air, and while most won't make it farther than 3 feet, after a particularly potent sneeze, some aerosolized sneeze particles have been measured to travel over 25 feet in less than a minute. Plucking your eyebrows can make you sneeze. Plucking may set off a nerve in your face that also services your nasal passages, and as a result, you sneeze. You don't sneeze in your sleep. When you sleep, so do your sneeze nerves. Bright sunlight causes 1 out of 3 people to sneeze. These folks are called photic sneezers. Photic sneezing is an inherited trait. Just one more thing we can blame on our parents. Sex can be a sneeze trigger. Researchers believe that the stimulation of the parasympathetic nervous system that fires off signals in some people makes them sneeze just after the peak of the sexy time is over. The sneeziest animal, the iguana. Iguanas sneeze more often and more productively than any other animal. Sneezing is how they rid their bodies of salts that are a normal byproduct of their digestive process. So how do you stop a sneeze? While it's not foolproof, try breathing through your mouth and pinching the end of your nose. Be aware, however, that it's never a good idea to try and hold in a sneeze. The abrupt pressure differential of a suppressed sneeze may cause you to blow out your eardrums, pop blood vessels, and force all that crap that your body's trying to get rid of even deeper into your internal recesses. Strange sneezing facts aside, there are some commonly held beliefs about sneezes that are just plain wrong. For instance, it's not true that your heart stops when you sneeze. Your eyeballs cannot pop out of your head when you sneeze. Most people naturally close their eyes when they sneeze, but even if they are able to keep them open, their eyes stay firmly planted in their heads where they belong. Sneezing folklore includes the notion that if you sneeze, somebody is coming over, and if your cat sneezes, it's going to rain. In some cultures, sneezing is a sign of good luck. But one old wives' tale says it's bad luck to sneeze at the same time as someone you're with. In some Asian cultures, when you sneeze, it means someone is talking about you behind your back. Probably true. Saying God bless you when a person sneezes stems from the belief that when people sneeze, their souls can sneak out of their body. In ancient Rome, one of the symptoms of bubonic plague was sneezing. Pope Gregory VII recommended saying God bless you to people after they sneeze in order to protect them from falling ill from the plague. So thank you and good night.
Well, there you go, ladies and gentlemen. Arcane factoids for this week. Now you know how fast sneezes travel.
I can vouch for the fact that many people sneeze when plucking their eyebrows because as a person who does a lot of eyebrows in my career.
Do you wear one of those, like, what do you call it? Welding
A shield,
mask
a face shield?
Yes.
Because I do now. I actually just got 2 in for when I decide to reopen my business.
Sweet, because that's one thing. I think I could yank out 1,000 eyebrows. I'm not an eyebrow sneezer, but if I look at, what is it, the photic? I'm a photic sneezer.
Yeah, me too. I'm a photic
Like,
sneezer.
if I look at the light, I will sneeze. I will go.
Well, blame your parents because you got it from them.
I blame no one.
It's hereditary. It's like the ability to curl your tongue.
Okay, quick.
He's quiet.
Quick finger pistol poll. How many of you can curl you in the Hollywood squares here?
Like make a taco out of it?
Yeah, taco.
I can't do the taco like I can do
that's genetic.
So that's 1, 2.
Everybody can,
3.
dude.
Not me.
I can.
Oh, Landis can't.
Me and Mandy are outliers, I guess.
We're also photic sneezers. Maybe that's connected.
Hey. Hey, Neil, how about you, man?
Sam, you can do both, right?
I am a photic sneezer and I can curl my tongue.
Oh, well, there goes that hypothesis.
Yeah, all right. Well, it can't hurt to hypothesize.
Well, we're doing science here, folks.
Well, here's something that it's pretty interesting is that about a week ago, a certain venue asked us to play their venue, and Meg sent us a couple of articles about the dangers involved therewith, one of which was the singers projectile spittling on the on the dancer, the audience, or whatever. And if I may, I feel like when we go to those really great clubs with great lighting, like they have the, I will see like little spit bombs going, and I feel so terrible about it. But yeah, when you have that much lighting on you, also happens in TV studios, much like this one, where you see the little spitball go. Yeah. So I can imagine that your TV news anchors are just constantly seeing little orbs of spit fly off their tongue. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think so.
Turns out you aren't just projecting sound.
No. But, we like to call it the Finger Pistol Splash Zone, and I think it should be a premium to, be in there. That's what the Little Longhorn has been for the last, 6 or 8 years? I don't even know. How long have we been there? Folks, you've been being spit on micro-spittily for years now, and I apologize. Meg may not apologize, nor Mandy. I don't know, or maybe Landis. But.
Just par for the course.
We do it willingly.
What's that?
I said we do it willingly.
Yeah, and rest assured that a good portion of that spittle is bald eagle tears. So
exactly.
So freshly disinfected. We're basically gargling bleach.
Right. So if you think of it that way. Yeah.
Well, as dancers, we're exchanging sweat with everyone that we come in contact with as well. So.
And close breathing. There's a lot of shared air.
Yeah, definitely.
I don't know about you ladies, but I like to just bury my face in my partner's neck and just huff away, because it makes everybody comfortable.
Real creepy, Dan.
It's a good thing Lisa comes out to dance with you.
I think everybody here will agree that my frame is just amazing, right? It's like a rigid, yeah.
Yeah.
What do we call your dancing?
What do we call it? Baltering.
Altering.
Yeah, but that frame is tight as AF. I will say that. It's something all European waltzers could be very proud of. I will say that.
And
all
the
right.
tin man.
Let's see. So we've had, I think it's Landis's turn now.
I think we've got another Landis, and is it another one with Dick Steele?
Yeah. Do you want to do Dick Steele, or do you want your call?
Oh man, I'm happy to sit back and roll the dice with that video.
Man, this Dick Steele is quite a character. I think we should go ahead and enjoy this.
This is him actually to play some lead guitar.
Yeah,
Which,
he's up front on this one, man. Ladies
Yeah,
and gentlemen,
I mean,
Dick Steele and Landis Armstrong with "Ooh Las Vegas." We'll see we'll see what Neil's critique of it after the fact is. All right. Here we go.
the only Steele's in the name.
That's right.
On this.
One, two, three, four. Las Vegas ain't no place for a poor boy like me. Las Vegas ain't no place for a poor boy like me. Every time I hit you, Crystal City, know you're gonna make a wreck out of me. Now the first time I lose a drink whiskey, and the second time I lose a drink gin, the third time I lose a drink anything, 'cause I think I'm gonna win. Las Vegas ain't no place for a poor boy like me. Las Vegas ain't no place for a poor boy like me. Every time I hit you, Crystal City, know you're gonna make a wreck out of me. Now the King of Spades is a friend of mine, and the Queen of Hearts is a bitch. Someday when I clean up my mind, I'm gonna find out which is which. Las Vegas ain't no place for a poor boy like me. Las Vegas ain't no place for a poor boy like me. Every time I hit you, Crystal City, know you're gonna make a wreck out of me. Oh man. Well, I spend all night with the dealers, just trying to get ahead. Spend all day at the Holiday Inn, just trying to get out of bed. Las Vegas ain't no place for a poor boy like me. Las Vegas ain't no place for a poor boy like me. Every time I hit you, Crystal City, know you're gonna make a wreck out of me.
Structure.
All right, man. How about that? So
Yeah,
Neil,
dude, Dick and Landau.
Neil,
That's
thoughts
pretty
on
awesome.
that? What do you think? Was Dick Steele and Landis Armstrong's rendition of "Ooh Las Vegas" everything you hoped it would be?
Amazing.
It's pretty wacky. Yeah.
I can't wait to see it full fidelity.
It needs some vocal harmony for sure.
Well,
They look cool.
You know,
I mean, Neil
That was
can't.
fun. Oh, yeah.
Mr. Steele can't sing through that mask very well, and so
Mr. Steele, that's formal. When he comes over for coffee, though, I don't know if you call him to Mr. Steele, but you might.
old Dick.
really, you know.
Well, let's see. we've heard from Dick Steele and Landis Armstrong, and I don't know whose number's up next.
Neil.
Did you get that Cisco video?
Oh yeah, that's right. Cisco, I hope you're watching, and if you're not, I'll re-up you for this. But here comes Cisco's video of Little Longhorn. Back in the time when people used to dance and sing in bars.
Because the pain it runs too deep. You left me a cold and empty shell. So I'm coming so lonesome. I've been here too long. And every day I wake up in a sad, sad song. So if you're looking for heartache, you know where I'll be. I'll be living in a lonesome. I'll be racing you all somewhere. Welcome to Lonesome. I've been here too long. Every day I wake up in a sad, sad song. So if you're looking for heartache, you know where I'll be. I'll be living in a lonesome population, babe. I'll be living in a lonesome population, me.
Thank you.
That, ladies and gentlemen, was some fine
Right.
video
So great to see that.
by,
Makes you yearn.
by Cisco Gamez. And
Don't see
speaking
all
makes
that
you a little
sweat and good times. A lot of sweat, a lot of good times in there.
yeah, it's a good place. We'll be back in there soon enough, just as soon as President Trump invents the coronavirus vaccine. We'll be fine.
The vacuum.
The old coronavirus vaccine. All right, so Mandy has new predictions this week, and I feel like they're spot on. So we should just jump right into them right here, ladies and gentlemen. Mandy predicts the future.
And now for another installment of Mandy Predicts the Future.
My prediction for this week: man caves and she sheds will become even more popular than before.
This has been Mandy Predicts the Future.
That's right. She sheds and man shacks. Wait, no.
I mean, who's not feeling like they need a little more personal space these days?
Just a little more alone time would be great.
Yeah, man. Heard.
Well, for those of us who have more than one person in our house,
right?
Sometimes you just can't get far enough away. Isn't that right, Dan?
There's some points.
I'm on the other end of that, though.
And
I'm on the other end because I have a man cave and I never use it.
Really?
It's the museum of unused musical instruments and stuff like that. And yeah.
Is it okay if I send Taco /
Is it
Benny over?
detachable?
No. Well, if it's a Chihuahua, yeah, that's like one of my favorite kinds of dogs, actually.
I meant to Sam's man cave.
To Sam's man cave. Okay.
He's just getting over his worm medication diarrhea, so I feel like I mean, it's about a 20% chance.
Maybe that could inspire another arcane factoid segment.
No.
Do you have an arcane factoid worm medic?
on the line.
You know what puzzles me? It puzzles me why we don't have 1,000 viewers with amazing humor like that. I just can't. Why this thing is not on ABC? It just blows my mind. Maybe
we should have Garth Brooks guest in one of our squares.
You know,
we got room.
Maybe
didn't
next week we'll get
didn't he all air
here.
something? He's one of your. He's from Oklahoma, isn't he?
He is from Oklahoma, but he is also so is Toby Keith. So.
Oh, this is right.
Actually,
they
true story. True story. If you believe my brother, who is no longer alive to verify this or to back his story up, in sometime in the very early 80s, outside of Tumbleweeds, which is a club outside of Stillwater, Oklahoma, my brother got in a fisticuffs match with one Garth Brooks.
Oh yeah.
Indeed. Yes.
Oh, what?
Garth was a bouncer, and my brother was insanely drunk, in his own words.
Your brother must not have been in a low enough place. Because I think Garth has friends in low place. This guy might have been a lower place. I don't know. Maybe a higher place. I get the math mixed up when it comes to Garth tunes.
Well, I've always thought at some point I would meet Garth Brooks and hopefully he would remember that story. But, you know, maybe it was like every night at the Tumbleweed because it was kind of a crazy place. When I was a youngster, when I was like 13, 14, 15, at the Tumbleweed, there's a big dance hall outside of town. They used to have teen nights, which were just insane. People would drop their kids off literally in the middle of the country at this dance hall, and we would just all try to figure out what we could drink and what drugs we can do in the 3-hour span of the teen night that was happening at Tumbleweeds. Anyway, Oklahoma's a charming place. I insist you go there and experience it for yourself. Except for that one suburb where that guy tried to stop the delivery guy from leaving it. Anyway, I'll post that later. All right, so
that was in Oklahoma. Right.
Man, what do
Isn't that where the Tigers were?
What's that?
Isn't that where the Tiger King was?
Yes, as Tiger King was in Wynnewood, Oklahoma, which is about 40 minutes south of Norman, Oklahoma, where I graduated as a Norman Tiger. And when I was a senior at Norman High School, there's a couple of ugly things about this, but one, I played Guitarzan in a loincloth, and number two, I played Guitarzan in a loincloth.
Yeah.
And number two,
are there photos?
There's actually video somewhere. I don't know where it is. And then secondly, at that same pep rally or whatever, we had a big ass Bengal. I mean, like the tiger. Like, holy shit, tigers are huge. Because I don't think I'd ever seen one in the flesh prior to that, and it blew my mind how big it was. Yeah. Anyway, those of you who have never spent time in the presence of an actual tiger, I mean, I get where Joe's coming from. It's pretty heady stuff. Anyway. All right.
Oklahoma's the new Florida.
It's the new Florence? What?
Yeah, Oklahoma seems to be taking over Florida's crazy tales. I would think that Joe King, I would think that Tiger King took place in Florida.
Well, you know, we've always been neck and neck, and in Oklahoma's defense, Joe was from Kansas, so
okay.
I mean,
well, and wasn't the rescue in Florida?
Jan Baskin.
Wasn't Carol's rescue in Florida?
Yeah, see, crazy shit happened in Florida.
Yeah.
Always.
I got a little.
Anybody from Florida here in the mix?
I got a little.
All right.
For
So
Oklahoma.
Dan, I think you're gonna queue up another video from another dispatch from Dale, right?
Oh yeah, we got some dispatches from Dale. Let's get in here and see what we got.
Do that if you don't like Hank Williams' song, if you have it. Or you pick what you were going to do. Or if you're not going to do a song, I don't know what tidbits I've turned in.
Let's do My Heroes Have Always Been Cowboys. That's a good thing.
And your here first dispatch is from Dan.
I grew up a dreaming of being a cowboy, loving the cowboy ways, pursuing the lives of my high-riding heroes. I burned up my childhood days, learned all the rules of a modern-day drifter. Don't you hold on to nothing for too long. Take what you need from the ladies that leave you with the words of a sad country song. My heroes have always been cowboys. They still are, it seems. Sadly in search of and one step in back of themselves and their slow-moving dreams. Cowboys are special, their own brand of misery from being alone for too long. You could die from the cold in the arms of a nightmare, knowing well your best days are gone. Picking up hookers instead of my pen, I let the words of my youth fade away. Old worn out saddles and old worn out memories with no one and no place to stay. My heroes have always been cowboys. They still are, it seems. Sadly in search of and one step in back of themselves and their slow-moving dreams. Sadly in search of and one step in back of themselves and their slow-moving dreams.
Ready. And we are back. Well done, Mr. Gurfers.
Hey, right on, man. From here at Space Lab, not too long ago.
Yeah, well done. Speaking of well done, now Meg Bodie has a segment she's gonna whip on everybody, right? That's what
Indeed.
I hear. Yeah, all right.
So this is going to be week 2 of Fingerpistol Recommends. And this week's topic is, what is your go-to restaurant for takeout during quarantine? And if you can't do that because some of our band members don't live in town, where can you not wait to go eat when you do decide to venture back out into the world? So Landis Armstrong, you're going to be first.
I'm kicking this off. Man, it's not exactly every night because it's kind of expensive, but I gotta plug in Oteca. I mean, they're doing curb service and it's kind of slammed. I think they're gonna be okay through this thing because so many people are going there, but they're doing a pretty good job with it. They even came out with a vegetarian bolognese, which I have not tried because they also have a meat bolognese, and I'm not really, I don't need an Impossible Burger either, So, but I'm gonna say Vino. They still got a bunch of great wine. So that's the only thing is it's it's maybe not an every night thing.
Well, the question wasn't where are you ordering out every night.
Yeah.
Well,
it is, but probably the thing that sits at the top of my list of favorite thing. Although they were also pretty high up there before any of this happened for me. But I think it just makes me feel good to be able to eat that really yummy Italian food.
Sure.
There you go.
Well, as a household that's eating out about once every 2 weeks, I can tell you that none of my recommendations will be a nightly endeavor. But yes, Enoteca is delicious. Mandy, where have you been getting your food?
Well, other than the occasional Dairy Queen or Popeyes guilty pleasure, I really like this place. I live up north, and there's this place called Rice Bowl Cafe that has good Chinese food, and it's near Breaker and Lamar, and so we like to order from them. They deliver, and so that's pretty cool.
Awesome. Yeah. So Andrew Gerford is out there in Dale.
Yeah, man, I've been eating all right out here. I haven't eaten out in some time, but I also haven't cooked at home in years like I've been doing these last few months. I've kind of gotten into it. I'm eating well, but I haven't had a burger in a long time, nor have I seen my friends at the Crown and Anchor in forever. I know they're kind of open doing delivery kind of things, but I'd like to go in there and belly up and have a double bacon cheeseburger with Swiss and jalapenos and see all my homies and wreck it on the burger scene. So that's what I'm looking to break my pandemic fast with eventually.
Awesome. Yeah, their burgers are some of my favorites too. I just saw Big John posting about their takeout, and yeah, they're doing stuff. Honorary Fingerpistol member and moderator Nanette.
I have done very little takeout. I splurged and went to I think it's pronounced Madame Mam's, the Thai place. And ordered enough to last a week.
Madame, yeah.
I don't know how it's pronounced. I mean, normally I would like to. I like Tataya's, but the place was good. It was great. They just had the door open. You went in, you grabbed your bag, and you left. Like they were super responsible. And I ordered enough for a really long time. And then my guilty pleasure is I have gone through P. Terry's drive-through a few times.
Oh yeah,
I've done that as well. They do a really good job.
Yeah. And so that's like, there's something about their chicken burger that's just like crack. So that's like I get a craving for sometimes.
All right.
And they don't feel risky at all. They seem to do a really great job with it.
Yeah.
Keeping an eye on the safety part. That's good.
Like I feel like my heart is cleaner when it comes back.
Here's the secret thing about P. Terry's that people may. I always get a half and half shake, so I'll do like half strawberry, half chocolate, or like half chocolate. People don't think about doing that.
Off menu pro tips. Awesome.
That's like a
Neil Flans.
Yes.
Have you had any awesome takeout during quarantine?
Yes, twice. The Buffet Palace on Westgate, across from Central Market, has got some really good Chinese and Asian food. And also, I mentioned this earlier, but a couple of weeks ago, Jill Sheketz, our alternate drummer, she brought over some takeout from the Clay Pit.
Ooh, yeah.
Which is really super good.
What'd you have?
Chicken korma.
Mm-hmm.
Very, very good.
Awesome. Well, that was super nice of Jill. If you're watching, thanks for doing that.
Yeah.
Jill's setting the bar high for the drummers.
Seriously.
What you got, Gurfers?
I know, shit.
Clay Pit is haunted too. There's a local podcast that did a whole episode series on it. It's pretty cool.
It's haunted by Neil Flans.
Apparently. And also some ghosts. Next up, Sam, Band Genius.
I have not gotten any to-go food since the pandemic at all. I've only been eating at home. There's no places that are very close to me. But in terms of what I'm jonesing for, if I could think of an Austin restaurant, right now would be Ramos. And I would want the veggie combo that has the chili relleno, and the spicy vegetarian enchilada.
What may I ask? I don't Ramos.
Yeah, it's on. It's like North Mopac. It's in a strip mall. It's altogether undistinguished in terms of atmosphere, but their food is really good.
Wow, I'm glad. That's good to know. Hot tip, because I didn't even know that name, and I'm in.
I'm writing it down.
Yes.
Ramos.
Absolutely.
All right, so I'm gonna let Dan go last. So my
no pressure.
My favorite takeouts during this time have been, I guess we've been doing it, like I said, about every other week. So most recently, that was Brick Oven on 35th Street. And their fire oven baked bread, their Italian bread, is out of this world. I always ask for a little bit extra or buy a quarter of a loaf when I go.
If I can interrupt you just for a moment, we will shortly be adding Brick Oven on 35th Street to our Fingerpistol Hall of Honor for supporting the band financially, and we want to thank them. I know you're not plugging them for that reason. I'm just saying that they also
not at all,
us,
but
so, yeah.
I like to think that our band is also supporting them financially.
You're giving a little, all right.
I didn't know about that whole. I'm not scratching their back because they scratched ours or anything.
No, they totally did.
But also my go-to Chinese restaurant, which I would always love to plug because I hope they never go away, is Twin Lion. And Twin Lion is up on 183 in Breaker. And they have a dish called Wonderful Chicken, and it's wonderful.
Wow. This is two new places. What, Ramos, right?
Ramos is
and
Sam's,
Twin Lion.
Twin Lion.
I had no idea I was gonna have them put some places on my list.
I've been to
Twin Lion is in that HEB parking lot on one.
Their Buddha Delight is not inspired, but I'm sure the rest of their menu is great.
I'm sure we needed to criticize right now.
Meg's not getting that Twin Lion. She's getting a chicken.
It's serviceable. It's highly serviceable.
I'm not saying it's the most authentic. It's just my favorite.
It's no Ramos.
Didn't they have that song in the 80s that went, "Wait, wait, I never had a chance to love you"? Wasn't that Twin Lion?
Yes, it was.
All right, cool. I was just making sure.
Okay.
Now they named the restaurant after them.
Last but definitely not least, Dan Hardick. Would you endorse your quarantine go-to for takeout?
I'm gonna feel super pedestrian here, but a man likes what a man likes, and I'm big into Taco Deli. Full disclosure, before the pandemic, it's kind of like I must have bought the owner a couple of swimming pools. I spent a lot of time in there anyway. So, but yeah, they're great and they're super fast, and they have a great system where they just you drive up, pop the window, boom, they throw it in, finger pistol, and then you're out of there. So there's that, yeah. And then oh God, okay, yeah, it takes me a second. We've been getting occasionally Thai food from Tataya's, which it's I don't know if it is actually healthy, but damn it just makes me feel healthy when I eat it. You know what I mean? Like it feels like I'm eating healthy. And then, and last but not least, on the not healthy at all, but just stupendously awesome, El Dorado Cafe. But I only did that once. Good. It was my daughter's graduation this weekend, and we feted her with El Dorado Cafe and a puppy. And so, yeah, I mean, like, she had taco.
That sounds like an epic graduation weekend. And El Dorado Cafe is phenomenal.
It was phenomenal. They've got a somewhat limited menu. No hate, but they have a little bit of a limited menu because of the, they're just doing takeout. So, and similarly with Taco Deli, they've consolidated their menu. They're trying to do stuff quickly and efficiently and get as much out as they can. So, but they're both awesome, as well as Tataya's. There's a little bit of a scrum at Tataya's. Lots of people are going there just like lots of people normally go there, only they're in lines, and people different than me have different concepts of 6 feet of separation. So, I don't
Indeed.
know. But they did at the garden store and the HEB and the liquor store. And
Yeah, everywhere.
Real quick shout out to Twin Liquors, who's still providing Gran Centenario Reposado. Whereas I don't have the bottle, but I have the
And Campari.
yes, which is the lifeblood of Fingerpistol.
Yes.
So we can't wait to get back into the clubs when they're safe. Yeah.
I'd also like to go ahead and shout out Total Wine for a wonderful selection of non-alcoholic alternatives in addition to their great prices on wine and booze.
I think we're all going to wake up in 6 months and go, I spent that whole time mildly inebriated. But
Or drinking ritual whiskey alternatives. So
what? All right.
Yeah.
Maybe next week we'll talk about what we've been drinking.
Oh.
I mean, I know you guys know what I'm going to talk about.
I think next week, let's do drinks and a snack.
Drinks and a snack. And folks, we'll be playing music as well.
Yeah, maybe someday. Speaking of music, Dan, you want to play us out?
Yeah, what? It's so weird to actually touch a guitar these days. What do you think I ought to play us out with? You folks out there in TV land can chime in, although I need to roll that thing back down the way a little bit. Let's see.
Hey, I just had to kill a scorpion, so that's where I was. But how about last call, man? Last call for alcohol.
All right, let's do last call for the alcohol. I got to remember.
Yeah, I do too. That's been a while.
Oh, yeah. Well, you know what could go wrong. All right, I'm going to switching over to Dan Cam. I need to get over here. And let's see. Let me know if this isn't going to work out. I don't know. Let's see. I'm going to the mountains. Hey, I'm here. Hopefully y'all can hear that. This is the last song of the night, and thank you for hanging out with us. It's beautiful out here in the desert. Last call at the honky-tonk, and the kegs have all run dry. A drunk lady at the end of the bar is giving me those bedroom eyes. I know I ought to leave right now before I do something I'll regret. It's last call at the honky-tonk, but the night ain't over yet. It's last call at the honky-tonk, only time to drink one more. They'll be turning the lights up soon and pushing everyone out the door. There's probably some place open still, but I bet it's way across town. It's last call at the honky-tonk. Think I'll just close it down. Oh yeah. They say that nothing good ever happens after 2. Oh, but I think I'll wait around and see what's left to do. Last call at the honky-tonk, and the band's playing one more song. It's an old lead belly tune, and everybody's trying to sing along. They're out of rhythm and way off key, but they're singing with all their might. It's last call at the honky-tonk. Good night, Irene, good night. Good night, Irene. Good night, Irene. Good night, Irene. Good night, Irene. I'll see you in my dream. All right, everybody. We're back in the Zoom room. We're closing it out. I'm fixing to roll credits. Thank y'all for hanging out. Thank you. We did roll our digital tipping avenues. I do, you know, I want to make one more apology, and that was we were going to do a special song for Matt and Christina and the kids, and I didn't get that done. So tune in next week. We're going to get it done. That one's on me. Y'all have a great evening, and we'll see you on Sunday between the hours of 4 and 6 at the Little Longhorn page. That's the Little Longhorn Saloon / or it's facebook.com/Little Longhorn Saloon /live. Yeah, we'll post that all over the place.
And tickets are available now.
Yeah, you can buy tickets now and win some amazing merch. How do I know it's amazing? I'm part of the manufacturing process right here at the Sweatshop. Anyway, we're going to the credits. Thank y'all very much for hanging out with us. Bye-bye.
Okay.
I get home tired at the end of the day. I feel like I could sit on that sofa and just fade away. I've been beaten down by the bitter and small, but even though my back's almost breaking, you won't let me fall. No matter what they think, no matter what they say, a little bit of faith from you goes a long, long way. You know I try, but sometimes it seems that my whole life has been wasted just chasing dreams. And when I waver and the doubts creep in, well, I just look in your eyes and I feel strong again. Yeah, no matter what they think, no matter what they say, a little bit of faith from you goes a long, long way. And when I'm down, oh, I think of you and all my fears are gone. Because your love and your faith give me the strength to carry on, to carry on. I get home late in the middle of the night. I find you all rolled up in our bed, holding my pillow